to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Salvina. Today I have for you guys my everyday makeup routine. It's the products that I gravitate to the most. So I just wanted to sit here and show you guys what I do. I'm not actually even going anywhere this evening. I washed my hair and figured I would just come on here, show you guys a few of my favorite items, and then kind of just show you guys what I would do on an everyday basis. And if you didn't notice, I did do my hair and I absolutely love it. Before it was actually more yellow. The ashiness had washed out already, but I got it done yesterday and I absolutely love the cool tones of the blonde. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So I'm actually going to get started and go ahead and moisturize. So I have a few favorite moisturizers that I actually love, but for today I'm actually going to keep it really simple and just go in with my Garnier gel moisturizer. I have used this thing for years and I absolutely love it. It's for combination skin, which I do have, so it doesn't make me oily because I already have super oily skin. So I try to avoid moisturizers that, you know, are gonna make that even worse. So okay, so the first thing that I typically do would be that, and then I also go in with a primer. I have a few that I love, but for today I'm gonna go ahead and use my mattifying primer from Wet n Wild. It looks like this. So this actually keeps me really matte. It actually does help the longevity of my makeup. I love this one. I went to makeup school a few years ago and I actually was taught that this primer is a great one for mattifying. Okay, so after that I usually go in with a pore minimizing primer. I like this one here, the Cover FX pore minimizer one. So this just fills in whatever pores I have, which is usually typically around my nose, and then I do have some like right here in my T-zone. Okay guys, so after that sorry, I'm actually getting a call. Sorry guys, that was my mom. So the first thing that I do is my eyebrows. I had to do my eyebrows first, otherwise I don't know, it just kind of throws me off if I don't. If I'm in a super big rush, like sometimes I will just kind of just fill them in super quick with like a pencil or something. For the purpose of this video, I'm actually gonna do them. I'm probably not gonna get super close up because I don't know, I have to be like super close to the mirror while doing my eyebrows. I actually do use the Covergirl Brow Define pencil. So I use this and then I go in with Anastasia's brow pomade and then I just clean it up with concealer. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I did my eyebrows off of camera. So now I'm just gonna go into the foundation. If I'm going all out with my makeup, then I'll do my eyeshadow or whatever. But since I'm not doing that today, I'm actually just gonna move on to my foundation. So the foundation that I've been using, I love this foundation. This foundation lasts me all freaking day going out. Even when I wear the mask, like my makeup doesn't budge. It's the Makeup Revolution Stay All Day Full Coverage Coverage Foundation. So, and it looks like this. It just has like a dual applicator. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. And I apply it with just a brush that looks like this. This is the Real Techniques one. Now that it looks a little yellowish, but I promise you it's not. It's just the lighting in here. It's getting a little dark outside and I'm using outside lighting with a few lights around me. I'm gonna be getting my ring lights in, so that'll make the lighting better. So after that, I go on with my concealer, of course. My favorite concealer from drugstore is the E.l.f. Camo Concealer. It's like this. I actually blend it out with just a brush. This is the brush that I use. It's the E.l.f. concealer brush. So I like to buff it in. Like so. Then for under eye setting powder, I really like the RCMA powder. It's the white one, but I still have it packed away, so I don't even have that with me right now. So I just use my Ben Nye, and then I do have the Makeup Revolution banana setting powder, but that one's still brand new. So I'm trying to finish the Ben Nye banana powder. I have it in this little container here. So I just like to get a little bit on my brush and then I'll just pack it under my eye. Like so. And then whatever is excess, I'll just dust it off a little later. So usually after that, I'll go in and set my face. I love MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC42. I will be leaving all of the products that I mentioned throughout this video in the description box. I think you guys match me. You guys could actually know the shade. So after that, I usually just do a little bit of bronzing. So I'm using the Tarteist Pro Glow palettes, and I use, I'll show you guys in a bit. So I'm going to use this shade here. And then I just use a brush like this. Go in and just chisel out where my cheekbone is. If you guys are wondering why I keep looking off to the right, it's actually because I do have my mirrors. And then you can't forget your neck. I like to do my forehead just so everything kind of goes together. So after that, I usually go in with my Anastasia bronzer. And then this I just use as a topper, and this kind of just defines it more. I don't really like to contour my nose too much. I don't like that look. And then I just do a little bit under my lip just so it looks a little bit more poutier. And then I love blush, so I'm going to go in with one of my favorite blushes, NARS, and of course Orgasm. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this. after that, I usually just go in and dust off the excess powder. Yeah, well, you can already see that. Okay, so after that, I like to do a little bit of highlighting. I have a few favorites, but for the simplicity of everyday, kind of use the same palettes because it has everything in it. I love this palette. And then I just use another one. I can tell them apart, but it's the same brush as the concealer one. I like how it packs it instead of just dusting it, because then I waste more product that way. So I like to highlight my Cupid's bow as well, like that. And then I also like to highlight the bridge of my nose as well. Like that. And then for eyeshadow, like I said, I don't do nothing dramatic. Sometimes I'll just take bronzer into my crease, just do a little something. So I just use a brush like this, just a packing brush, and then I just go in. This is from Morphe, by the way. I haven't mentioned my brushes, but I'm not really used to this. So I just kind of take I'm using the Huda Beauty natural palette. It's this one here. It's one of my favorite ones. And then I pretty much just take the two lighter shades, this one and this one, and then I just kind of set, if you want to call it that, my eyelid. And you can tell already, like, this one's brighter than this one. Then I usually just take a brush like this, and then I'll just pack some bronzer, like I said, in my crease, just to add a little bit of dimension. So again, I'm going to use the Anastasia bronzer, and this is in the shade Rich Amber. Normally I'm Saddle, but they were out of stock that time. See that there's like a difference now, but it's super natural. It's nothing crazy or anything like that. Hey guys, sorry I lost you. My memory card became full, so I had to remove some things off of my camera. So now after that, I usually just kind of finish up. I'm an eyeliner type of girl, not everybody is, but I love the NARS eyeliner in shade Via Veneto. I love this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then you'll see what it does to my eye. Sometimes I line my lips, sometimes I don't, but for the sake of the video I will, and I'm going to be using this Steve Laurent lip liner. love this lip liner because it's so natural, but yeah, it's like the perfect shade for me. Then for lipstick, one of my favorite lipsticks is a Covergirl Creamy Matte lipstick in Clay Crush. You guys, I love this lipstick. This is like the one I always have to repurchase, but I love it. So after that, I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off with some mascara. One of my favorite mascaras is the Superhero by IT Cosmetics. And I do a few coats just so I get it where I want it. So that's one coat, and then I'll be doing a second right now. I usually like to move on to the next thing. Do you guys like to highlight your inner corner of your eye? Because I do that. I love the way it looks. It always makes me look like my eyes like open. It's a trick that I do, and I always have done it, and I've always loved it. I don't really see a lot of people doing it either. It's like weird. So I use a brush like this. And then I usually just go in with the same shade that I use to highlight. This way there's not a bunch of different colors all over. And then I just put it in my inner corner. Okay, so then I just do another coat of mascara, the same one. So usually after that, I like to go in with just like, it's like an older mascara. This is the Huge Lashes or whatever mascara from Stila Cosmetics. But I like the spoolie of it, and it does a really good job of separating my lashes. So usually then I'll just set my face using whatever setting sprays I have. I've been using and loving the Wet n Wild Coconut. If you guys like coconut, you guys will love this setting spray. It's like $6 too. It's stupid cheap. Alrighty guys, so this is the final look. This is what I do on an everyday basis. It works for me. I love the way it always comes out every time, and I know I can always pull out the same products and I have a look. So if you guys try anything because of my recommendations, let me know. That would be awesome. And yeah, if you guys have any video suggestions, feel free to comment them down below, because I want to put content out that you guys even want to see. So I would love for you guys to stick around, join my channel. With all that being said, I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys maybe pick something up. So yeah, go ahead and subscribe and like. Don't forget to share and everything else. Leave comments down below. Any questions, whatever you guys want to put down there, I would love your feedback. Yeah, so that's it, and until next time, bye.